expecting something like
leave our troubles on the shelf. Don't you worry.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Caitlin Gracia, and this is where we try to romanticize the nonsense that is life. If I seem a little low energy, it's because I'm coming off of whatever cold flu-like bug that's going around and killing everybody. And I've had kind of a big day for somebody who doesn't feel well. The only reason I'm even sitting up is because I took 3 Advil today. So I thought I would do a end of the year TBR list. That's November and December of 2022, because my weeks are suddenly, it's holiday season, first of all. And second of all, I'm starting a new job. And so things are moving very quickly and there's a lot happening at any given day. But part of me moving into this new house, into this new apartment, was me really putting myself first. 2 things. Number 1, reading is awesome for you. I also know that this is something that I love, so I want to make time for it. And I feel the need to make myself accountable, and the best way I have of making myself accountable is by telling everyone on the internet that this is what's gonna happen. Because I don't make myself a liar. I've accidentally ended up with a lot of reading on my plate. I am someone who has always, all her life, read 1 book at a time. And this is the reason why I kind of accidentally developed the habit of not finishing books. Like, I would be asked to read something for school and I'd have to put the other thing down because that never worked for me ever. And I would never go back and pick it up. And that's a horrible thing to have happening. With that in mind, I have apparently gotten so very absolutely excited about reading age-appropriate things since I've been back from South Korea that I'm accidentally reading 4 books. I'm hoping to use this TBR to get me through these. So let's talk about them, just in case you don't know what they are, or they're interesting, and you're looking for a book. I'm gonna do my biggest challenge first, just because it's the most problematic for every reason. This is a giant monster of a book, and when I got it, I told myself that this would be my New Year's resolution. I wanted to finish 1 anthropology book, and then my father sent me this monster of a thing, and I said, I'm gonna read that. This is where I am, and it's November 5th. So, this is my insane challenge, The Dawn of Everything, A New History of Humanity by David Graeber and David Wengrow. This book actually came out last year in 2021. It was finished during the pandemic. I'm very interested to see if the pandemic makes an appearance in this book. But these guys basically, they have a fabulous foreword to this book. Basically, as functioning professionals in the humanity sciences, got frustrated with a very singular grouped version of history, meaning mostly European settlers. The first handful of chapters in this book is about European colonizers on the American lands. So there's actually lots of ideas that we as modern Americans have established into our worldview, our understanding of history, and our structure of our country that actually came from ideas of Native Americans. And the reporting settlers, if you will, they would write about these things and send them back to Mother Europe for consumption, consuming. I can't say the noun without accidentally saying the TB noun. The same word? Is that why I can't come up with the other one? Brain power. Cool. They would send it back because these ideas and concepts and conversations with the savages was interesting. It was entertaining and intrigue for local Europeans. And so there were newspapers and journals and articles and letters and all these things written from conversations with the natives in the early years that were sent back. Unfortunately, there's this concept in humanity where innately, and if I can find the specific piece of research, I'll link it down below, we distinguish at a very early age different than me. The ideas that we adopted from Native Americans, in terms of local Europe, they would be like, no way, there's no way the savages came up with that. Maybe they inspired you to think of something, but no, it was the European settler that came up with that. That was an us idea, not them. Our own biases wired us to be unable to record history exactly. But it's very interesting to read. So anyway, I'm gonna try to finish this book before the end of the year, and at whatever point that I finish it, I'll do a little blog post about it, or maybe a really long chatty YouTube video, because this bit is already 20 minutes long. And I've honestly filmed that bit about it 4 times now because I just don't know how to talk about it. So I'm gonna move on. That book alone could take 2 months to read. I have my other 3 books that I'm in the middle of. Let's do the one I feel like I'm the least likely to finish, which is ironic because it's the smallest. This is the Binti novella that I picked up in the July haul. My cousin gave me this because it's very sci-fi and it's anthropological. And she's right, I love the sci-fi part and I love the anthropological, but I also feel like I want storyline and all I'm getting is anthropology bits. And like, awesome, I love the anthropology bits, but it's not why I read this kind of book. If I want anthropology, I read something like this. It's a good book, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it because there's so many other things I could spend that time on. And I feel bad because it's a cute story. I just feel like there's other things I could be doing. These 2 books require so much brain power for very different reasons. I got this book back in May. I went into Barnes & Noble and within 10 minutes, I had walked back out with this in my possession, which is unheard of for a bookworm. It is Sarah Donati's Where the Light Enters. I've actually since found out that this might be a second book of a series, but I feel like it's very clearly designed for you to read them out of order if you happen to find them that way. When I read the back, I found out, oh, it's a historical. It's female doctors in the 19th century, in 1884. And it's some murder of women who've had abortions. And my brain went, yeah, that sounds great. I got this book expecting something like Grey's Anatomy. You know, something that's a little bit dramatic and fast paced, and there's a mystery and there's stuff going on, and it's historical, so we got, you know, things happening. It's like expecting Grey's Anatomy and coming out with Downton Abbey. A much slower, all-encompassing storyline. I don't know how I feel about this book. And it's not that I don't know if I love it because I also kind of hate it. It's not that. I actually don't know how to categorize this novel. Yes, there are murders going on. The storyline is not about the women who are getting murdered. That's just something that's happening in the realm of their life. The story is literally their life. And it feels like a normal day in life. There's all this stuff happening around you. Some of it you notice, some of it you don't, some of it directly affects you, some of it just kind of goes by. But it's all happening at once, including one of these things being that women who've had abortions are dying. Their bodies are showing up. And I keep waiting for that to become more of a thing, but it never does. It just kind of is happening alongside everything else. And it feels like you're standing in the middle, the eye of this hurricane with all these characters. And it's just like you're going along with their life. And it's really interesting because it's got all, I mean, again, anthropologist here, but it's got all of these things with like the severe anti-Italian racism, the female doctors, so a lot of prejudice and discrimination there. You have the women who are getting abortions, which is illegal and back alley. You have one of the family members, they had recently adopted children, but the church intervened because they weren't Catholic and they took them away to a Catholic family. And it feels like life, and I do not know how else to describe it. It is nothing like you would ever think a book could be, and yet it is, and still is so damn good. It's different than anything you'll ever read. But it's not like, oh my god, I have to read this because I gotta know who the killer is. I have like 3 ideas in my head and I don't know who it is. It's not like that at all. But it's also not a cozy mystery in any way. I think cozy mystery is an oxymoron that shouldn't exist. I found the book that went missing in August that has been haunting my dreams for no reason at all since I lost it. I found it. Where? It was sitting on my dad's workbench in the garage. So anyway, this is called, it's part of the Cat in the Stacks mysteries, which apparently is a series by a series of related books by Miranda James. It's called What the Cat Dragged In and the Cat Found the Skull. That is what I can tell you. The idea of the mystery being cozy just doesn't match in my head, but like, this doesn't freak me out, so that's nice. And it's really not anything special. The only reason I even am finishing it is because it haunted me for so damn long while it was lost, and I just wanted to know who the bones were that the cat found. Like that is my interest. I want to know who the bones are that the cat found. I don't even necessarily care about how we solve the mystery or what the connection is or anything about the other characters. I just want to know who the bones are. I will say that it's very easy to read. I mean, honestly, if you cannot find an easier book to read. So if you just want something to get you back into the habit of reading that's just easy and you can pick it up anywhere, any time of day, like, I feel like the Cats in the Stacks mystery family might be a good one to do. This is the cover, by the way. I would love it if I could finish these books, all 4 of them. Probably only 3, but I would like it if I could finish all 4 by the end of the year, which is honestly a big ask. Thank you for being here with us. If you have any book recommendations in the fantasy, cozy mystery, sci-fi worlds, like YA or adult stuff, please send it my way. That would be great, because yes, I have all these books behind me, but I'm still kind of a bookworm and I'm always fishing for new books. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Leave our trouble.